All right, everyone, let's do this for the 7th of June, 2023. So, again, if you guys are new here, I do a daily recap of the market for free on whatever you're watching this on now. But I also email out that along with all of the charts that you're going to see, just if you want to take a look at them yourself. For that, you just need to go to statsedgetrading.com and sign up for my email list. And there's no, I don't sell the email list or give it away to anyone or anything like that. It's just a way for me to get in contact with you. Also, in case I'm doing anything cool, if I'm on any, TV stations or anything like that, periodically I go on some internet type stuff. So you can check that out in the description below. Also, oh, just popped into it there. Let's get back here. Hit the wrong button. Yeah, so without further ado, if you are interested in getting that email, let me know, right? Go to statsedgetrading.com. Also access to my trading tools there as well. So let's just pop right into charts here because there's not going to be a lot to go off of. So we always start with Bitcoin. You can see that, we had this push down and then push back up. Excuse me, and now we're rallying back down. So, what do you say? Right? It's just indecisive action. There's been indecisive action going on since May, the beginning of May, around this 27,000 area. We're still there. Just, if you're a crypto guy and that's all you do, just make sure you're not getting chopped up during this period. For me, this is why I look at crypto and FX and stocks and ETFs and all that kind of stuff, because there's times where crypto is really fun to trade and there's money to be made there, and there's times where it's not. And same with stocks. There's times it's really fun, times it's not. So just make sure you're not kind of, really stuck to one way or another, or just looking at one security. Now into the only other traditional currency I wanted to look at was just the US dollar CAD here, down to this area of support. You can see right here, this area has acted as support for a long period of time. So if that continues and I can find an entry on the lower time frame, I may look for that on a long here. Now, getting into trade ideas here, which is what I use for all of my equity related stuff, we have the SPY we'll start off with. And really, nothing's changed in the last few days. We had this breakout over 420, follow through day, and then just inside day, inside day, inside day. So we're just fighting inside of this range. And again, it's a high tight base, and there's nothing wrong with that. After I've mentioned this in the last few videos, but after a big strong move, there's nothing wrong with the market just kind of taking a breath, trying to figure out what's going on. Now, that being said, that's for the large caps. Looking at the small caps here with IWM, we really get some outperformance here. So we have a massive pop in IWM yesterday and today. So really, really seeing a lot of follow through in the small caps. This kind of puts to bed all the people who are saying, oh, it's just, 5 stocks that are moving the market or whatever they were griping about at the time. But we are seeing some really good movement on small caps, which is good because giving us some good names to take a look at. ACVA is still kind of struggling with this $18 area. That's, for me, the area that's the most important. Again, there's always more stocks than I show you on the list that you can go through if you get the email and scroll the charts. I just go over anything that's new or anything that I've entered or anything that I think is particularly interesting setting up. But, there's usually anywhere from 10 to 20 names on the list, so you can, again, get that emailed to you directly for free. This Ferg is one that I've added. So these are the picture-in-picture charts here in Trade Ideas, a new thing you can try. If you already have Trade Ideas, you can just get the beta version from the website. If you're new to it, then definitely go out and, again, go to statsedgetrading.com, click on My Trading Tools, and use the link there. I've got a code that will save you 15% off. Just Stats Edge at checkout will save you 15%. You can see that this prior high right here on the weekly chart, which is just right here, was acting as resistance. That was that kind of 150 area. Now we're coiling nicely against 150. So this 150 is getting really, really interesting as we're coiling nicely here. So if we can break that 150, that's what I'm looking at here on Ferg. I actually took a trade. This one's been on the watch list for anyone paying attention for a long time. This HELE as it kind of pops above and looks like it's finally going to close above $100. It has failed to do it for a very long period of time. I'm doing this with 20 minutes till the close. Looks like it's going to close up there. If it is, I'm going to switch over and just punch into this right away. 30% short float on this one is pretty significant. So, you know, if this thing gets moving, right, this was an earnings gap and an earnings run up. So whatever they said on earnings, market really liked it. Been consolidating sideways now. This is end of April. So for over a month now, it's been consolidating sideways, breaking out of that today. So that's really, really interesting on that. If that can get going, again, a third of the entire float is short. So they have to go and cover somewhere. HRL is another one that I've added. This one is basically had this gap up. Again, anytime you see this yellow vertical line on the charts on Trade Ideas, just saying this was the day that they reported earnings. You can see gapped up, held very nicely, came back in. This is the anchored VWAP, which we have as a scan there, that pulls into the anchored VWAP from that earnings. And it's looking really nice here. So if we can get some bullish continuation tomorrow, we can take a look at that one. I'm just going through the list, seeing, oh, there's one more I added here with Urban, URBN. From the same scan, same play. I've talked about it a bunch. I really, really like it. And you can see Urban here. We have all these lows right in this area right here. And we are just above those and kind of holding right near these highs. So again, gap after earnings. You want to see buyers coming in at that anchored VWAP before earnings, just showing that there's some institution, some large player filling orders there. We're seeing that kind of over and over and over again. And since we're seeing that over and over and over again, if we push higher from there, then that's kind of what I want to see. So for that, I want to see a level right here as well. Sorry, I want to see a close above this level right here. So that's it for today. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We'll see you guys tomorrow.